Nice back pick. The pass was, because he was a little bit concerned about being out of bounds. He looked down for that first. Then he looked down to make sure he was behind. I think it was like a second?
1.3
second. It lets you know just if you cool, calm, and collective, you can get that shot off. And it was a well-executed play, thanks to the 2 missed free throws.
The new Matty Ice.
Hey, the width of an NBA court is 50 feet. Austin Reeves threw that thing about 49 feet and 9 inches. I mean, that was a perfect throw, great timing, good screen by AD, kind of going up to knock off the defensive player a little bit. And Matt Ryan, just ice cold, amazing shot by him. What can you say? Kids living the dream right now.
By the way, for just joining us, that didn't win the game. That sent the game to overtime. Right. And then the Lakers won. Let's go back downtown. Lonnie Walker is standing by with Mike Trudell.
All right, Lonnie, you don't see that too often. All right, so the 2 missed free throws. Timeout is called. What did you hear in the huddle to set up that 3 for Matt Ryan?
Just to lock in, be ready for that catch. We were setting up that flare for him, and I think those 2 missed free throws. The basketball guys blessed us. Over the half-court pass to the opposite side. If he's catching it, he let that go. It's gonna go in. So we was happy on that, and we finally, got the dub at the end.
Threes haven't been falling to start this season for almost anybody, but you had it going tonight. Of course, you just mentioned the Matt Ryan 3. You start the overtime with your 5th 3. Lonnie, did you feel like just some of those threes, it was coming, and you came in big when you needed them?
Absolutely. I mean, after games. After games, 2-a-days, I've been staying in the gym, getting as much shots as I can. My jump shot's too beautiful not to be making any threes, honestly. So, I'm gonna continue to shoot with confidence.
It is a good-looking jump shot, I'll give you that. So you guys needed a win, right? It didn't look good for a little bit there. How do you feel like you can build on this when you get the result like this after in a difficult situation?
Just continue to stack the days. We're starting to get more and more comfortable as a team. Defensively, we're doing phenomenal, and the offense is finally starting to transition. And as we continue to find our rhythm as a team and build and progress, I think we're going to be a pretty hard team to stop.
Last one for you. What has it been like for you playing in this building and even just the last 2 wins, feeling the momentum of the crowd and finding ways to come through in that?
There ain't no energy like here. This is one-on-one. If you're not excited, inspired, or motivated to play your best game here, then I don't know why you're playing basketball.
Appreciate it, Lonnie.
Yes, sir.
Lonnie should be a confident young man with the way he has been playing basketball for the Los Angeles Lakers. What balance by this team? 3 players with 20 or more points, 6 players in double figures. Troy Brown Jr. But let's start with Lonnie Walker. 28 points on 5 of 9 from 3. And Brez, you look at what he's done the last 2 games. He's 8 of 14 from 3, and he's coming off an 18-point performance on Sunday. So Lonnie has been a huge part of what this team has been able to do the last couple of games.
Love the confidence. My jump shot is too beautiful to not be going in, so I'm going to keep shooting it. I mean, anytime a player says that, I'm sure he's kind of joking, but give him a ton of credit, and give the Laker front office some credit here too. When they signed him with a big taxpayer mid-level amount, about $6.5 million back in July, people were like, okay, he's young. He's had some good bursts with San Antonio. Not much of a shooter, but the Laker front office saw something that a lot of people did not see, scooped him up right away. He is paying dividends right away. 3rd best player on this team right now. I know Russ had a good game tonight, really settling into his role coming off the bench, but Lonnie Walker, good on offense and a good perimeter defender too.
Without question, he's a big part of this team. He's become that 3rd guy. So when you look at a guy like that, you look at his size, you look at his width, you look at his agility and his ability to play on both ends, and he has that. Everything else you can kind of develop and wait on, but it seems like he's already worked on his game. Coming from San Antonio, he knows what he has to do. He comes from some great coaches there. So he's worked on his game, and he's waited for this window of opportunity to open. Lakers giving it to him, and he was ready. He's ready from the beginning, and he's doing what he has to do to stay in the league, to be productive. At his size and the way he plays, he can do multiple things, guard multiple positions, pass, shoot, very athletic. He's a major part of this starting 5, and the success of how this team goes is going to depend on how he plays with the 2 other elite players.
Yeah, I mean, the question marks that I heard about Lonnie Walker IV in the offseason after he was signed initially were more based on defense. I think everybody understood his athleticism, a good ability to finish at the rim and put pressure into the paint offensively. Maybe not a high percentage or high volume three-point shooter, but very capable. San Antonio Spurs have a great development program. They spend a lot of time shooting the basketball day in and day out as far as practices and shoot-arounds. So I'm not surprised that he can put the ball in the hole. So if he can defend multiple positions, can shoot the three, and we saw one of the best finishes of the season in transition tonight. Just a really well-rounded player that fits great next to almost anybody that the Lakers run out.
You talking about the one when the bench got technical?
Yes.
Yeah.
That
horrible, horrible call. Go ahead, Brez.
Yeah, guys, one more thing about Lonnie Walker IV. I want to make sure I get this correct, but the Spurs had initially offered him a contract, what they call a qualifying offer. They wanted to keep him around. They rescinded it, allowing him to sign with the Lakers. Great pickup for the Lakers. And the Spurs, they wanted to go with the youth movement. They wanted to get some entirely new players in there. I get it. But the Spurs saying, actually, after further review, we're not interested. I want to make sure I got that right. So I'm going to check at the commercial. That allowed the Lakers to swoop in and sign him to a one-year deal.
James, I do want to talk about Anthony Davis. Coming into the game, whether he would be able to play or not, we saw the gutsy effort against Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. The back in obvious pain, had a couple of days off. Again tonight, 20 points, 16 rebounds, none bigger than that last rebound. He got 4 assists, but also 4 blocks. And we had talked about that stat before the game, stocks, blocks, and steals combined. He's leading the league, and he's doing whatever it takes to win, and you got to appreciate him being out there on the floor.
Active, Geeter. Active on a lot of offensive rebounds, a lot of tip backs, keeping it alive. Played big tonight, bigger than I've seen him play on the inside. I don't know how he was feeling. But they weren't really, focusing on him a lot as far as ISO on him. But when they did, he took his time, surveyed the defense right there, rolling to the bucket, keeping his hands ready and alive. And I think he got a lot of tips back. Defensively, he was active, altering shots. He's buying into the team concept. Even when he's not totally dominating offensively, still making a big difference in the game.
I love what you had to say when the word big. Going into the game, in the pregame, we talked about the challenges of playing against Zion and Valanciunas, what a physical game it would be, and how would the back hold up. Not one time did you see a grimace or a wince, and he was the one who outplayed all the bigs out there tonight.
Yeah, no, he was phenomenal. I think AD's performance tonight, I think it speaks to the importance of the Lakers having multiple guys that can really put pressure on the rim, attack the paint. Lonnie Walker IV, Austin Reeves, Russell, LeBron. You talk about getting Dennis Schroeder back into the lineup. That allows AD to be efficient offensively, not have to post up and work so hard for his points, which allows him to continue to lead the league in stocks.
AD did say after Sunday's game, I've got a couple days rest, a couple full days rest. Hopefully everything will be okay. When I was at shoot-around today, it seemed like everything was fine. He was practicing free throws, joking around after practice, trying to bank them in. So I think AD was in a good mindset today. It looked like he was ready to go. He looked good on the court tonight.
And Brez, he was perfect from the free throw line.
There you go.
Tonight. So there you go.
Didn't bank any of them in either.
There you go. All right, let's get you to the highlights. We take out to Crypto.com Arena. Lakers hosting the bench once again. Does a real nice job as Zion scores 27, CJ 22, Alvarado 15. Let's hear from AD speaking with Mike in the media.
Hey, Anthony, can you just bring us into the huddle for that final play that Darvin draws up and, calling Matt's number and what you saw in your spot and kind of how that played out?
It's a great play call. Everybody thought the ball would probably go to Bron, Lonnie, whoever, and Trey Murphy got confused. He was talking to, I'm not sure who the other guy was who was guarding Matt, but they were talking and he just got confused. Didn't know what they want to do. My job is to set the flare screen. Austin threw a hell of a pass. Hell of a pass over the top. And Matt did what he do. Made the three and sent it to overtime.
AD, this is 2 wins in a row. Exciting fashion. The first one's your coach's first win of his career. Second one, you have a guy who was just trying to claw his way into the NBA, being the hero. How do you take this moment you're in and use it to benefit the team's success moving forward?
Just keep this feeling. Gave up a 16-point lead. Just kept fighting, and trying to stay in this moment of remembering how winning feels. We want to continue to do it. Like I say, for Matt to come in and it's a big time shot, all the guys are engaged, staying ready, locked in, and that's what we're doing. We know that, our defense was doing this job. We just need our offense to catch up, and it's starting to click. We're starting to find things, find rotations, find situations where we're really good, and guys are staying ready, coming in, playing well. So, we're starting to put everything together.
Before Matt hit that shot, you guys hadn't had a field goal in 3 minutes, and then the last 2 possessions before that weren't able to score. After that, in the overtime, you and LeBron obviously found some rhythm. What changed schematically or in terms of your approach to getting points in the overtime period?
I think towards the end of the fourth, we got good looks. Guys missed shots. But, we know that, me and Bron's pick and roll, is really good. And then we found something in overtime with, trying to get CJ in it, so whether it's Bron or whoever CJ was guarding screening for Bron, now he has to switch with CJ, then I'm coming to screen. Or it might just be small pick and roll with Bron handling, so just trying to find, where CJ guy was and make him have to guard, the pick and roll. And we start getting, what we wanted. So that's really it, just trying to, figure out who the guy is we want to attack and make reads out of it.
AD, you guys kind of took control of the game in the second quarter when you closed with a 17-2 run to go into halftime. What do you remember from that stretch, and what particularly was working for you guys at that time?
Defense. We gave up a 17-point quarter defensively in the second quarter, so I think defense is our, it's what we lay our hats on right now, and we did a great job of it in the second quarter, going around and then scoring 33 in the second, So like I said, we're starting to put all the pieces together, putting everything together on both ends of the floor. But no matter what, we're going to rely on our defense, and that's what we did in that second quarter.
Hey, AD, before the game, Darvin talked about challenging you to take on a bigger leadership role with this team. How do you feel that kind of interaction has gone, and do you feel like this year's been any different in that way for you with the Lakers?
Yeah, I'm constantly trying to, elevate my leadership role, each and every year, each and every game. Talking to the young guys, being vocal in film, you do that again, we got to get you tested. Talking to Bron, talking to Pat, talking to the older guys, talking to the coaching staff, just trying to figure out everything as far as game plan, watching film, and just trying to see how we can get better. I'm heavily involved in a lot of things around the organization, so it's kind of like a responsibility of mine to kind of, take that leadership role. I kind of take some of it off of Bron, but we, all of us, are leaders. Me, Bron, Russ, Pat, as the older guys, constantly talking to the young guys and the coaching staff about different things, different schemes, different game plans, and just go from there. But making sure that I try to be more vocal and more of a leader, especially in certain situations.
Last question, Kyle.
Hey, it wouldn't be a press conference if I didn't ask you about your back, but is that improving at all? Did the 2 days between games help it, and what's going on there?
It's great.
All right, Friday, the Lakers take on the Jazz at home. Game time is at 7:30. Our pregame coverage starts at 6:30. Points and a game-high 9 assists for Russ. He's speaking with Mike in the media.
Russ, you've had a lot of big moments and hit big shots in your career. Just wondered your perspective on Matt, and if a moment like that, a guy hitting a shot like that to give the team a chance to win the game, can that be something that the team can carry forward in a certain way?
I'm not sure about the team, but I'm extremely happy for Matt. Knowing his story a little bit, opportunity to see things come to fruition for him. Amazing moment. I'm happy to be able to see that, for him.
Russ,
the last couple games, you guys got a couple wins, and you all got to spend some time off the court with one another. Does it feel like things are progressing, even night and day between now and a week ago? And if things are feeling good, what do you do to sustain this momentum?
Just keep competing.
Kyle.
Russ, when you came in the game in the first quarter, obviously there's some tough shooting nights for some guys. What were we trying to bring, and especially in that first half, what was really grooving for you tonight?
Just competing.
Dan.
Russ, you said that twice now. We've heard you say that before to us. Is that defensively? Is that playing with pace offensively? You guys have been able to kind of author a couple of these stretches now. I mean, I'm going to try to make you say more than just competing.
No, don't. You trying to make it about you. But go ask your question, man. I know I said it twice.
No, I mean, I'm asking you, what is in those stretches, more specifically?
I don't know. I know that we compete on both ends. I know that's what I'm doing, and that's all I can do.
Melissa.
Hey, Russ. You're plus 18 over the last 2 games.
Yeah.
What feels right to you right now?
Just trying to be who I am, impacting the game on both sides, defending at a high level, doing what I do best with the ball, and the rest is taking care of itself.
Thank you, Mr. West.
Yeah. Thank you.
He's speaking with Mike.
Darvin, there's the expression, just how you drew it up. It seems like that for the last play there with Matt, getting him to look. What was your mindset? At what point did you decide to go to him? How do you actually get to the point of having it executed? Can you take us through that?
I mean, this is the second game I hadn't brought out my ATO card with me. But I think it saved me a little bit because instead of standing there with limited time, studying, having probably about 4 or 5 need 3 plays on my card, it would have leaked over into me getting into the huddle in a timely manner, getting the guys on the floor that I wanted on the floor, who's taking it out, I knew, I kind of just felt in my gut that, they know Matt is a threat to shoot it, but I will be using him as some type of decoy for someone else. But the play was definitely intended for him. Austin threw a hell of a pass, and we were fortunate because, we felt kind of terrible to be in that position after the way we had played for, that stretch early in the second half where we built a pretty good lead and couldn't build on it. They crept back into the game, highly competitive ball club, very well coached. But yeah, I just wanted Matt to be in position to just throw one up there and hopefully go in.
Darvin, a couple of tough losses early this season now. You kind of, as you said, you kind of get this one back when it seemed like it might have slipped away. How do you feel like you can use that moving forward? I
mean, I told the team afterward, I think each and every one of them in the lineup, that limited minutes, no minutes, the way that we stood together and the way we supported one another. It showed a lot of grit, a lot of toughness, a lot of character for us not to fold at that moment. We felt like we could have got a couple of whistles. That didn't happen. We made some errors, offensively after getting stop after stop after stop. And we complained, but we never got disappointed and hung our heads. We moved on to the next play pretty successfully in terms of putting the energy in the right spots. And we were able to, it's sometimes losing a lead, even if it's 12, 13, 14 points, losing a lead of 16 points in the second half and trying to close out a game and hopefully build a cushion early in the second half and to not do that. A lot of teams don't come back from that. And I think our group, just being a new group together, obviously certain guys have been here already, but pretty much a new group, new coaching staff. I thought the energy was right. Everything that was being said on the sideline was totally motivational and positive. And the guys reacted and they received it and they went out and executed when they needed to.
I'm excited about this one. Fisher's focus. We're breaking down one play.
Yeah, I mean, one play.
Play of the night.
Yeah, the play.
Yeah, it was. He drew up a great play. You know, AD gave me a great back screen. Austin delivered the pass. I was just glad I didn't step out of bounds or on the line. Glad it was a three. Glad it went in, and you know, I was just glad that, you know, we had 5 more minutes to try and get a win. So. Obviously, shooters are shooters. Shooters shoot. What does this do for you, though, your confidence as you go forward? You know, my confidence is, you know, when it comes to shooting, is unwavering. I mean, I wouldn't be here if that wasn't the case. You know, after the past, you know, year and a half, 2 years I've had, I wouldn't be able to play at this level if I didn't think I could. So, you know, I wasn't making a lot of shots all game. I had, you know, I think 3 or 4 in and outs, and you know, I'm just thankful. You know, Coach gave me another opportunity to hit a 3 at the end to send it to OT.
Darvin's talked a lot about guys accepting their roles to try to help the group succeed.
Yep.
And you come in for that 1.6, whatever it was, hit the shot, and then you're not out there to start overtime. Yep. Is that emblematic of, you know, do what you're asked of and still staying part of it? 100%. Do your job. You know, if I see my name on the board, I'm in. If my name isn't on the board, I'm not in. And if I'm in, I got to go hard. If I'm not in, I got to cheer my teammates on. So, you know, I'm not in a position to demand 30 nights a game or 15 shots a game. I'm going to take what I get and do the best I can with it. All of pro sports is super hard, right? You're playing against another group of professionals, and everything is, you know, you guys just easily could have had Daniels hit a free throw, and you know, you get a chance to do it. But having kind of stolen a win from the jaws of defeat, how do you think you guys can build on the momentum as a group? You know, I think, you know, whenever you can get a win in the NBA, you're going to take it, no matter how you get it. You know, we could have easily won a couple of games that we lost. So, you know, we're just going to keep trying to build on winning. We're going to watch film on, you know, winning plays and try to do those over and over again. And, you know, I think we're going to have a lot of success this year.
Questions for you. How many texts did you have on your phone after the game?
I don't know. A lot.
And considering everything that you've gone through to get to where you are right now, was that kind of the biggest pinch me moment of your entire career?
I mean, up to this point, absolutely. And, you know, last year in the G League, I had a couple opportunities to send games into OT or win it, and I was like 0 for 3 doing those shots. You know, I had a good shot in summer league to win a game, and then, you know, this is definitely the biggest shot of my life so far. But, you know, hopefully there's a bunch more to come. To any level, you never hit either a game tie or a game winner at the buzzer? It's crazy. Like, I can't remember the last time I hit a game winner or sent a game into OT, except the past few months. I made 2 of them. So, like, I don't remember any in high school. I don't remember any in college. And then just this past couple months, you know, ball's going in.
Darvin was just telling us that after, I guess you went 1 for 6 in the first half, and he said you went up to him and told him, give me those 6 looks and I'll make them.
I'll make 5 of them. Didn't have it, but I made the most important ones. So, you know, I had great looks in the first half. I couldn't ask for better looks. My teammates were finding me getting wide open shots. I saw a bunch go in and out, so I knew I was going to make a couple eventually if I got that opportunity again. So, again, just extremely thankful. Like, I can't show enough gratitude to Coach Ham for, you know, putting me in a position to succeed right there.
Matt Ryan, the big shot. Lonnie Walker, the big night. Lonnie Walker.
At the end of a clock or at the end of a certain situation after timeout play, what's it like being in the huddle there? Darvin's coming in and calling the play, calling Matt's number, and what was your perspective on it?
I've definitely been on both sides of that. San Antonio kind of ran that play in Game 6 of a finals game, and Chris Bosh was able to get the block. When I was in Miami, Boston ran it versus us. Jeff Green hit a game winner versus us with the pass over the top. So it was a great play call by Coach. And to have a sniper like Matt to knock it down, stay ready. Big time shot for him. He got so many great looks tonight, but he didn't lose his focus. You know, we want him to shoot the ball every time he gets it. If he has any little airspace, we want him to shoot it because his ability to shoot. So. Big time moment for our team early on in the season.
Okay.
LeBron, Juan told us a story at shoot around this morning that recently you were talking to the group, I think on a bus ride, and said something along the lines of it's never as bad as it seems. And you could apply that even to tonight. You know, you guys missed that shot from Lonnie, and they're going down and getting free throws. And how can that type of mentality help your group, considering the 0-5 start?
Just always trying to stay even keel, no matter what's going on. You block out the outside noise. You put the work in, and the game is always won in between the four lines. That's how it's always been played, and you come out and compete every night. And through our 7 games, we've competed every single night. We have not went out on the floor and have not competed. Now, we haven't made shots in some of those games, but we've competed every single game. And when you do that, you're going to give yourself a good chance to win on a nightly basis.
And just a quick follow, how are you overall physically? We saw with the foot, and it seems like your entry level might have been affected in that.
I've been better. Today was the first day I got out of the bed since Sunday night, since after the game. So I'm going around, and it hit me pretty good. Hurt me to my soul to miss the Halloween party with all my guys on Monday. Didn't know if I was going to have enough energy today, but, try to mash up something to help us win the game, whatever I can. So, but as soon as I leave here, I'm going right back to the bed for sure.
LeBron, when you think about that shot Matt hit, what do you think about the pass in that situation, and how hard it is for a guard like Austin to hit that spot? And and I guess it's kind of weird. It sort of reminds me of the routine you guys to go through pregame, where you guys run the corner.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. That's a very difficult pass. You have to literally be on time and on target with that. You got to try to get it to the corner, knowing that the defender can't be too close to you because they don't want to, with our league and guys are afraid kind of to allow someone to step on your foot. They got to give you a little bit of room, but it's a perfect pass. Perfect setup. Matt just trusted his mechanics, as he always probably worked on, just not having much space in that short corner, and was able to knock it down. But definitely reminded of the pregame stuff that myself and AD do. Just trying to throw it to that corner and keeping both feet in, and having a possession on the catch.
LeBron, you guys closed out that first half on a 17-2 run, and the Pelicans responded then in the third. It seemed like Zion switched up kind of his approach as well, going at the rim and the rack. The moment you had with him after the game, kind of your appreciation for him or what you're seeing from him right now on the floor?
I love everything about the kid. I understand exactly some of the things that he's going through, being a #1 pick, and everybody is saying you should be this, you should be that, you're the face of the franchise, you got to do this, you got to do that. And then when you're not playing, they're like, okay, well, is he going to be this, is he going to be that? The kid has done nothing but just keep his head down and keep pushing. That's why I said the outside noise matters to nobody unless you allow it to. He's in great shape right now. Great talent is something we've never seen. A talent of his size, his speed, his athleticism, just like of a Giannis, just like of a Barkley, of a Shaq. There's just certain talents that come into our league that you just never seen before, and it's so funny when you hear people like, okay, just stop him from going left. Just stop him from going left. It's just the same thing I heard so many years with Ginobili, stop him from going left. Lamar Odom, stop him from going left. When you're great, then no matter what you do, they're going to figure out a way. So Zion is on the verge of being great, and he's going to be great in this league for a long time. So tonight he showed, why he's going to be who he's going to be.
LeBron, Ali mentioned the 17-2 run to close the half. You guys also had a big run in the second half of the Denver game that kind of took control of that one. What have you seen in those stretches where you guys have really been able to just put your foot on the other team and kind of take control of the game?
I think whenever we've made our runs this year so far, we've got defensive stops and we haven't turned the ball over. When they made their run in the third quarter, we turned the ball over. They got out, ran. Alvarado came in, pushed the tempo, got the ball up the floor. And this league is so sometimes you just don't know when the tables turn. You know, kind of a gambling analogy if you ever play cards, or just sometimes you don't know when the tables turn. So you got to control what you can control, and what you can control is not having unforced turnovers. And in the third quarter, we had unforced turnovers, allowed them to make their run. But in the second quarter, when we made our run, we got stops and we didn't turn the ball over. We got great looks at the basket. Russ was great. Troy was great playing behind the defense, and it resulted in us going into the break, I believe, up 12.
Last question. Last two questions. We'll go Kyle and then we'll go with Elaine.
Hey, LeBron. Perhaps you've been on the injury report all season. Perhaps we take that for granted when your list is probable. But has this particular injury been the thing that's been bugging you all year? And did anything on Sunday exacerbate it? Is that why you had to spend so much time in bed?
No, no, I don't. I think I wouldn't say that. Why I've been stuck in the bed since Sunday is an injury. It's more like a virus, I would say. More like sick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I guess I'm conflated.
Yeah, my foot is my foot. I'm not worried about that. I'll figure that out.
Oh, okay.
But
well, I apologize.
I think Tom Brady's been on the injury report for like 20 straight years too. And he just, for somehow reason, he just plays. I think so. No, I've been in the bed since Sunday because my body told my ass to sit down.
And just related to that, though, AD's been playing through this back thing, and you've already had, this team has a bunch of injuries, and I'm sure some nagging things. What do you see in these past two wins kind of gritting it out and kind of making do?
Listen, it starts with me and AD at the end of the day. You're sick, you're injured, whatever. I grew up, when my little league coach asked me, was I hurt or was I injured? And if you hurt, get your rear end back in there. I don't want to hear about it. If you're injured, don't suit up. It's that simple. So, I knew I wasn't going to have everything, all my juice, all my bounce, my spring. But if I'm in the lineup, then I got to try to make plays. Was I great tonight? Absolutely not. I was horrible on a lot of things, missed a lot of shots around the rim, missed a lot of miscues on defense, but just trying to give my guys as much energy, and AD is doing the exact same. So we just try to feed off each other, until we, continue to get, our mojo flowing and we all feeling really good. We just lean on each other, and that's what team sports is all about. You're not going to always be great, but it's always great when you can look to your left, look to your right, and you know someone can pick it up for you.
LeBron, Coach Ham said one of the things he's learned about himself in this brief time as a head coach is you've got to be decisive. You've got to make really decisive decisions. What have you seen in him on the bench during games? Are you seeing decisiveness? Are you seeing confidence? What are you seeing?
I've seen that, and I've also seen that it's his seventh game as a head coach. And it's our job as the players and the other coaches to, take his command out on the floor and apply it as much as we can throughout a 48-minute game. Understanding he's going to make mistakes. We all going to make mistakes. It's literally his seventh game as a head coach. So, but the one thing about it, he's 10 toes down. He's very deliberate at what he wants to do offensively and defensively. And then it's our job to take that command and go out on the floor. And I've always kind of tried to be an extension of my head coach. So if it's something that he needs me to get through to the guys while on the floor, I can do that. I've always done that throughout my career. But listen, we knew he was the right man for the job when we hired him. So, and he's been excellent through these first 7 games.